It did. Problem is I need to reset the battery because it says the battery is at 0, and I know that's not true. Before the cruise I'll have better batteries.
Yeah.
Speed demons here would no,
In the way.
I'll drop
I'm immediately over this drink.
Ellos tenían miedo. ¿Cómo vamos a mover toda la gente de los restaurantes y hoteles detrás de nosotros?
There's a lot of airmen here.
Yeah.
Have you seen all the little airmen? It's cute.
The little girl back there was,
Yeah.
she was Air Force, right? Huh?
Right here.
Oh. Yeah, that's thought you were like, she's right there. I was like, how'd she do that? Yeah, they're getting on and off over there.
I'm getting down on that side.
You go over,
Right that way.
there's probably over and around, and it goes around that.
See, and then there's a little circle right there. You come down right there.
Where are we at?
You are here.
It looks like, Sam, it looks like we go up
See that little
over there and then come around those steps.
I guess you buy tickets there too. I was trying to find a kiosk.
Yeah, he did say kiosk. They did say kiosk. So.
River Barge tickets can be purchased at locations with a T. But where are we at?
We're where this circle is.
Is that supposed to be the circle?
I don't know. There's 3 of them.
Well, here's
Market Street, right here.
So we're here.
Yeah, we're right here.
Yeah, so T is right on right there.
On the other side. That's where we're going to go.
This one on the other side?
Little D.
I said it first. What did you say? He's used to listening to mean redheads, that's why. I was talking about Melissa, not you. Very cute, that's what she said to your bun. Probably couldn't even see the bun.
Up, down, up, down, up, and down.
You did not just do that.
What? Take a picture of the river?
Uh-huh. Felt like that's not what you were doing.
That's weird.
I feel like
we need to go over there. And then back down.
If it's down there, I'll just come back again.
you're gonna jaywalk across this thing.
Come here. Where's that camera walk?
You gonna jaywalk across this thing?
That's what's nice.
See, I'm not doing it. I know better. Good thing she's here. Could have made that.
They're all stopping.
Come on. Go.
Elevator and dogs.
No, no.
Go down here.
I just knew somebody was gonna go wait and step out.
There's a reason I made it to 55.
Run over by the car.
If I'm gonna die, it's gonna be a sugar, not a car running me over.
Least expected to.
Oh no, I'm always expecting it. I don't understand how people get run over.
I did one very slow.
Is this a ticket line? Melissa, you gotta let them get ahead of it. Oh, that works. I feel like we skipped
You
this.
ready? All right, man. I did 27 years. Thank you.
She's gone. Will you hold that for a second?
Isabel really liked it so far.
What? Oh, it's a good movie.
It is cute.
Still be 96
I said it's
So glad we waited till today instead of yesterday.
Yes.
You want to get this? You better get ahead of him. He's got it. Oh, okay. That's fine. See?
So like
I
any
know you're
drinks or a blanket
sponsored.
for the ride? 54.13. Yes.
Bump it, slap it, twist it. No, he did.
Alright, these are your tickets and the receipt.
All righty. Thank you, man.
My pleasure.
alright. Where do you go? Oh, you just kind of get in line?
He's gonna take a. losing it. I just forgot to take it back. I didn't lose it. I still knew where Sharon was. Just enough. Maybe.
We can wait.
There comes a new boat. Ooh, we're gonna get a boat all by ourselves.
That's what I was looking for.
There might be a couple people. Fly was making a home. Man, I'm so glad we did not try to do this yesterday. This is so much better.
It's too bad we can't do it tonight, because that you really lose a lot of the.
Appeal. Yeah, you can see it's a pretty lake. All the new lakes.
You go back and get an Uber.
Let the Uber pop its tires.
No, he just meet him at the gate. And he drop us off at the gate and we have to walk. Or Sam goes and gets the truck. Comes back and get us.
Oh, but I could.
Yeah.
But I won't.
Oh, the bell's going off.
Must be noon. 1 o'clock.
Take a much longer tour. Large, so I reckon it will bring us right back to the same little cave.
Yeah, it looks like it. Must be a circle. Did you see that the trees are tagged? I know. It looks like cypress.
I don't think it's cypress.
No?
I don't think so.
It can't be oak,
Not oak.
but the bark is kind of pulling away.
Cypress does. Cypress is a lot. I don't know.
Did you lick it?
I want search.
Don't copy my pictures.
Whoever Missy takes a picture of it, take a picture of it. It's gonna be good. Holler in here, take a picture.
I will. I'll let you know.
They walk, they all walk.
With their hands behind.
And stand up straight, they get chewed out.
Somebody looking for them? Is somebody watching for them?
No, it's just drilled into you. You ever go and you get called into the snake pit during the chow hall, they have a circle of TIs, and they belittle you and chew you up, holler at while everybody else is
They don't do that now. They get in trouble.
That's right.
That's all I do. They try to wash you out.
Might be cypress.
And it is cypress. Melissa knows.
I know. Yeah.
I'll ask this guy once.
Ooh. Oh no.
See my daughter down there.
There we go.
It's okay as long as it's funny.
No, it's not. Wind.
Having fun now.
Kind of breezy out here lassoing these.
Yeah, I got a little sideways docking right now too. I'll pull up in front of you.
bit windy, eh?
Makes it difficult for me to come back in the door. The weird thing is just windy right through here. As soon as you come around the corner, it's
Nice.
smooth sailing. Yeah. Take my hat off.
Yeah. Where's your ticket?
Welcome aboard, guys.
I don't think it. Do you know what kind of tree that is?
Yeah, it's a cypress tree.
There you go.
Cypress and Montezuma cypress. I think that's it.
Thank you. Man, I was hoping you were wrong.
You always want to.
I have to let you win occasionally. Where are you going? You don't want to sit right here?
I'm older guy, you can sit there.
I'll sit right here.
Ooh, it's going.
Just realized I'm going backwards.
Oh, you just turned.
No, you can turn. I have to turn around. My back is that way. Yours is that way. Okay. Huh, that's crazy. I'm doing that and I can't see forward.
He's just a whiner.
Well, you're the tallest, and you sit there.
That's fine. I'm just kidding.
He's a whiner.
Have the camera. I'll just face the camera. You can't see over her head.
To get out of the way when
Here.
I'm taking pictures.
No. Is that better?
Yes. You're gonna drop my drink everywhere.
Yep.
Hairs, baby hairs are getting all over. He can't put yeah. Some of them are different colors. What I do when I'm not wearing mine?
I think it's supposed to be.
They have to have stuff. I like to be here and do it. Yeah. Or break. So, yeah, definitely.
On mine, like, you're trying to make me boss.
Alright, how's everyone doing this afternoon? Good enthusiasm. My name's Cliff. I'm going to be your boat captain and tour guide as we go down this beautiful 2.5 mile stretch of the San Antonio River. I do have a few quick safety rules to go over before we get started. There is no standing, no smoking. Keep your arms, legs, hands and feet inside the wooden rails at all times. Now we do have 40 life jackets right under these panels up here by me, still in their wrappers. They've never been used. But if you do for any reason find yourself in the San Antonio River today, please don't panic. Just stand up, walk right out. It's only about 3 to 4 feet deep. Should be all right. So we're going to start off the tour here at an area known as La Villita. This area was settled by the Spanish soldiers and their families back in the 1700s. Go up to street level here, nice little art galleries and boutiques. It's a good place to shop up there. There are 2 restaurants over here on the left. Both of those used to be German homes back in the 1850s. They are the homes of the Dashiell and Bambach families.
There you go.
I bet that happens a lot.
Now, we're getting into the Arneson Theater. This is the Advertising Theater.
That's right.
Seats 800 people. It's named after Edwin P. Arneson. He was the chief engineer of the Works Project Administration that completed the Riverwalk back in 1941. If you're looking to get to the shops at La Villita, the stairs over here to the left to get you there pretty quick. So we head through the theater. Take a look to the right at the stage. You might recognize it from Miss Congeniality. We had Sandra Bullock up there dancing around in a bathing suit. Also, 5 bronze bells right above the stage. Each one of them represents one of the 5 Spanish missions in San Antonio. And we're heading under Rosita's Bridge. Rosita Fernandez played on that stage for 26 years in the show Fiesta Noche del Rio, which is still in production today. It just finished season number 67 back in August. Now we're here to the right, it's the Briscoe Western Art Museum that just recently opened. It's got a lot of different artwork showing the history of the West, as well as an interactive diorama. The Battle of the Alamo, Pancho saddle, and Santa Anna's sword are on display in there. As we drive around the river today, we'll see these colorful little creatures all throughout. They just started putting them up a couple weeks ago. It's for our Day of the Dead parade coming up on October 25th. Dia de los Muertos. They're supposed to be spirit animals or something like that. You may have noticed that a lot of the trees have lights hanging from them. They're in the process of putting those up right now. It takes them 3 months to do it. They leave them up through the holidays. It takes another 3 months to take them down. Why they don't leave them up all year, I'm not sure. That'd be a lot easier. They do look nice when they come on. They'll be switched on the day after Thanksgiving for a big Christmas river parade and lighting ceremony. We're going to be heading under the Preston Street Bridge. This is a solid iron bridge built in the 1890s. It's called an iron ornamental bridge. But 10 of these left in the United States. 3 are on the San Antonio River. This one sits pretty low, so we're going to steer right through the middle of it. You might think you're going to hit your head on it, but trust me, if you don't stand up, you'll be fine. I, on the other hand, may not fare as well. We'll come right through the middle here. And just up ahead on the right, you'll see a small island with an iron sculpture on it. The sculpture is known as Father Mastonet's Table. That was a gift from artist Rolando Briceño in 1991. It's put there to commemorate the first Catholic Mass that took place in San Antonio on June 13, 1691. If you take a close look at the island, you see it's completely comprised of that cypress tree's root system. And it's also a heart-shaped island. It's known as Marriage Island. We have over 300 weddings that take place there every year. We had 4 this last Saturday, 2 on Sunday. Now on the other side of the bridge, we have Divorce Island. Now this part of the river is actually known as Old Mill Crossing. Back in the 1800s, Nat Lewis had his mill on the right bank. He would grind grain for the settlers. And this was also a very shallow part of the river. Settlers could cross, they'd water their horses. Teddy Roosevelt and the Rough Riders used to train right in this area. On the right, we have the Westin Hotel that was built in 1999. It's a really new addition to the Riverwalk. It's surrounded by all these older buildings. Oh, just past the Westin there on the right, there's a darker red brick building. That used to be the San Antonio Drug Company. From 1919 to 1963, now it's the Homewood Suites. Got remodeled in 95. And here on the left, this is the Tower Life building. This one lights up the San Antonio skyline. It was built in 1927 and 1928. It used to be called the Smith-Young Tower. If you look all the way up to the top of the tower, you'll see these concrete structures jutting out of each of the 8 corners. Those are known as gargoyles. They serve as a rain drainage system. So when it rains, the water comes out of the gargoyles' mouths into the gutters below. Now if you look just above the trees over here to the left, you'll see these angry little scary faces kind of snarling down at you. Those are known as grotesques. Now the whole building is an example of neo-Gothic architecture. The original owners, Smith & Young, were fairly superstitious. They put all these things in place to ward off evil spirits and bad business. Unfortunately, 1 year after the building opened, the stock market crashed. In 1929, it cost them over $3 million to build it and to sell it for less than $300,000. So it doesn't say much for gargoyles. But I'll show you a neat little effect. If you take a look back at the Tower Life building, you'll notice that it's transformed into a ship. It looks like it's coming onto the river right behind us. You gotta use your imagination just a little bit. Just imagine a little Leonardo DiCaprio hanging out the front of it. That helps. There on the right's the International Center. That was the San Antonio Main Public Library until 1998. Now it has the offices of the San Antonio Conventions Bureau. It's also right above one of our marinas where we dock some of our boats at night. And directly in front of us is Old Big Red. It's the Bexar County Courthouse, built in 1896. It's made of red sandstone and granite. One of the oldest and largest continuously operating courthouses in Texas. As in case there's any cross traffic here, I have to honk the horn. Don't be alarmed. So this part of the river that we've been on, this is all the natural flow of the river. It's a naturally occurring horseshoe bend in the San Antonio River. The river flows to the left, we're headed to the right, into a man-made part. We're entering into the flood channel, which is leaving through Floodgate 4. Now when it rains really hard, Floodgate 4 will rise up out of the water like a drawbridge. Keeps the water at the exact same level in the horseshoe bend at all times. There's never any flooding back there. The hotels, the mall, the restaurants, all completely safe from flooding. That doesn't rain very often in San Antonio. We could use some. When it does rain, it can rain really hard, really fast. And flooding used to be a huge problem for downtown. In 1921, we had a flood that caused a lot of deaths, did a lot of property damage. So the Army Corps of Engineers came in here. They built this flood channel for us. And that put an end to all our downtown flooding problems. So there were a lot of prominent businessmen that wanted to fill in and pave over that other part of the river we were just on. Make room for more buildings and streets. But lucky for us, 2 women had the foresight to put a stop to that. It was Emily Edwards and Raina Maverick Green. They formed the San Antonio Conservation Society in 1924. And a few years after that, there was a graduate from the University of Texas by the name of Robert H.H. Hutton. And he designed the entire Riverwalk at the age of 27. Presented his plans to the city. The city approved it in 1929. Still wasn't completed until 41 after the Works Project Administration took over. Hutton is still known as the father of the Riverwalk. He designed every walkway and staircase, every planter, lamppost, and bench. Everything you see in the Horseshoe Bend is pretty much Hubman's design. Now, we didn't design this walkway over here on the right. That's fairly new. It's been there about 17 years. That was a gift from the Drury Plaza Hotel. It's an 850-foot walkway that connects floodgates 3 and 4. Now you can walk all the way around the Horseshoe. Over here to the left, through the trees, kind of hard to see anything back there, but it's main plaza. Established in 1731 by Spanish settlers from the Canary Islands. It used to be the heart of the city. There's also San Fernando Cathedral back there, built in 1739. Still houses some of the remains of the heroes from the Battle of the Alamo. Now, people always think the San Antonio River is just a small river, or it's man-made, doesn't flow very fast, but it actually starts just about 6 miles north of here on the campus of Incarnate Word University. And it comes up through springs from an underground lake known as the Edwards Aquifer. Flows through the zoo, through downtown, was about 230 miles southeast of here, where it meets up with the Guadalupe River, goes out to the Gulf of Mexico. And you see that big tree right in front of us? That's the oldest and largest cypress tree in San Antonio. It's over 350 years old, over 9 stories tall. Also known as the Sniper Tree. Back in 1835, there was a Texas patriot by the name of Ben Milam. He was staying at the Berlin Bay Palace, which was right behind us, and he was shot by a sniper from that tree right there. And now we're heading under Floodgate 3. This one comes down like a guillotine. Don't worry, they'll start the random testing until after 1 p.m. It takes about 15 minutes for that to come down completely. It does weigh 3 tons, and it comes straight down. Coming up on the right is the Esquire Tavern. That was the first bar on the Riverwalk. They opened the doors in 1933. And they opened the day after Prohibition ended. Just took down the barbershop pole, and it was business as usual. They say it was a speakeasy before that. Also has the longest wooden bar in Texas at 108 feet long. Oh yeah. That's some good food. They kind of remodeled a little bit in the last few years. Here on the left is the Drury Inn and Suites. That used to be the City Public Service building back in 1921. Give you an idea of the severity of that flood. If you look to the top of the first floor windows, right where the 3 shields are, that's how high the flood of 1921 reached. It was a major flood. It's a great example of how we like to take an old building, give it a second chance at a new life here in San Antonio. We try not to tear anything down if we can help it. Coming up on the right, you'll see tourists in their natural habitat. One of our ticket locations here. This was at the Aztec Theater. The Aztec over here to the right was opened in 1926. Used to show silent movies. They just finished about a 3-year-long run with a country and western show known as San Antonio Rose Live. They have another live music venue on now. One of the last remaining Mayan theme theaters left in the United States. We're about to head under Salinas Bridge, named after late Tejano singer Selena Quintanilla. She was photographed on this bridge, as well as Jennifer Lopez, who played her in the movie Selena. Also partially filmed right up here. And the beige building over here on the right, that's the Mocara Hotel now, but it used to be the home of the L. Frank Cavalry. From 1901 to 1923, they outfitted Teddy Roosevelt and the Rough Riders, as well as Mexican revolutionary Francisco Pancho Villa. And right before World War I, they provided boots, saddles, and harnesses for the United States Army. And on the left is La Mansión del Rio, or Mansion on the River. It used to be the site of the St. Mary's School for Boys back in 1853. Then it was the St. Mary's Academy and the St. Mary's Law School. In 1966, 2 former students from the law school purchased the building. They remodeled it and opened it up for Hemisphere in 1968. Still has some of the original artifacts from the boys' school in the lobby and in the lounge. Now we're heading under the Navarro Street Bridge. When we come out from under this bridge, I'm going to show you a really cool optical illusion. So we come out from under the bridge, everyone take a look up and to the left. Our once-story, 26-story, 3-dimensional building will be replaced by a 26-story, 2-dimensional looks like it might fall right there on top of you. Take a look up and to the left. And that's the Nix Hospital right there. It was built in 1930. It's one of the country's first full-service, fully air-conditioned hospitals. And everything from ambulance service to daycare to indoor parking. Carol Burnett was born in that hospital, as well as Oliver North. This part of the river here is known as South Bank. This is where you're going to find a lot of the nightlife on the Riverwalk. It might be kind of quiet tonight, but on a typical Friday or Saturday night, people will be lined up on the sides of the river screaming at every boat that goes by, throwing things at the boat drivers. I don't recommend that. That's why I work the early shift, so I can come back here and throw things on boat drivers. All right, in front of us is the Hyatt Regency. That was built in 1981. And the Alamo is just on the other side of the Hyatt. And normally this is a great way to get there. So come around the bend, take a look to the left. You'll see these glass doors with the headers that read Paseo del Alamo. That's the passageway to the Alamo. Usually the quickest way to get there from the river level. They're doing some construction through there. I'm not sure if we can make it through to the other side, but the Alamo is just on the other side of the Hyatt. The street in front of us is Crockett Street, less than half a block away from the Alamo if you take Crockett from here. But an interesting side note about the Hyatt Regency, when it was being designed, it had to meet strict height requirements. It wasn't allowed to cast a shadow on the Alamo at sunset. And this building coming up on the right, this is the Casino Club building. It was opened in 1927. It used to be a German social club that later became apartments. There was a famous author that lived there by the name of Alex Haley. He wrote a lot of books that became movies. Probably most notably was Roots. He lived there. Also actor Tommy Lee Jones lived in that building for just a little while. Now we're getting into my favorite part of the Riverwalk. This is River Square. This is where you're going to find the majority of the restaurants, all the tantalizing homes. And we also offer a dining boat service. You can go to any one of these restaurants and set that up. You can get a breakfast boat, lunch, dinner. If you just want cocktails, you can get a cocktail cruise. That was on hold for a while. It's finally back. It's ready to enjoy the Riverwalk. Now the Riverwalk first opened in 1941. It didn't look a whole lot like this. It was more of a city park. Place to take the family out, have a picnic. But the father and designer of the Riverwalk, Robert H.H. Hubman, he had a different vision for his design, so he put his office here, the building on the right. That's the Clifford Building. Hubman's name is written above the first floor. And he put his office there to prove to everyone that a business could thrive on the Riverwalk, that he wasn't afraid of flooding. And people thought he was crazy. First, it took a few years before the businesses started to follow suit. This restaurant over here on the right is Casa Rio, the first restaurant on the Riverwalk. They opened the doors in 1946. They were the first ones to do the riverboat tours, as well as the diving boats. Hey guys, he's from Wisconsin. He was on my last boat. I don't know much else about him. He's kind of a loudmouth. So we're going to be leaving the natural flow of the river. One more time, we're heading on to another man-made park. This is the bottom of the horseshoe. Give you an idea where we are. Dinosaur walk over there. This part of the river that we're entering was built in the 1960s for Hemisphere. Now, if you're not familiar with what Hemisphere was, it was kind of like the World's Fair. Came to San Antonio in 1968. We had 7 million people come to town for Hemisphere over the course of 6 months. So they built this part so people could take river taxis from the natural flow of the river to get to the convention center. And people loved the Riverwalk so much during the Hemisphere, they kept coming back, bringing their families. Tourism really started to grow as a result of the Hemisphere of 1968.
See what she said?
Put us on the map. Yeah, now the San Antonio Riverwalk is the #1 tourist attraction in Texas. Number 2 is the Alamo, so we got a boat right here. You ever want to move to San Antonio? If you live here already, you want to open up a business, we have the Chamber of Commerce on the left. They have all kinds of information for you.
I expected her to go the other way.
This message brought to you by the Chamber of Commerce. Now, since this is a man-made part of the river, there's no natural flow to it. This part of the river is lined with concrete. The rest of the river has a mud bottom. There are still a whole lot of the critters that live here that don't realize that this is man-made. We have tilapia, perch, catfish, sunfish, crawfish. A whole lot of snakes in here. I've seen it. We've got turtles too. Turtles are nice. So they built this waterfall over here to the right. This waterfall helps keep the water flowing, keeps it filtered and aerated, keep all those little critters alive and well. And just to the right here, over the wall through the clearing, you'll see a tower. That looks like the Jetsons house up there. That's the Tower of the Americas. That was the centerpiece of the hemisphere of 1968. It's also the second tallest freestanding tower in the United States. And a second only, what was that? Oh yeah, you can go up there, they have glass elevators to take it all the way to the top. There's a restaurant up there. But the stratosphere in Las Vegas is taller. We're at number 2 at 750 feet. The stratosphere in Las Vegas is 1,000 feet up. They've got some kind of Space Needle. We're 16 feet taller than the Space Needle. So we're really close. 16.
Oh, wow, that's
very important.
That's taller. That's unreal.
You can get a pretty good view of the tower over here to the right. That section over there to the right takes you to the convention center with that stop sign over there to the right says we can't go back there. Not exactly sure why. I think it's due to high winds today. This doesn't even seem bad right now, but when we get back to the dock, it'll be wind tunnel again. Has everyone had a chance to get to the shops at Riverside? Yeah, I don't want to ruin the surprise for you, but it's a mall. It's not like every other mall you've ever been to, but it sits on the banks of a river. Yes, that makes it kind of special. We're headed to the River Center Mall Lagoon right now. You can check it out for yourself. Our mall has 125 stores. There's a food court, an IMAX theater, a comedy club. Also a Purple store, if you like Purple stuff. That's all they sell. Apparently there's a demand for Purple things. Unaware. Always been very popular. They've also opened up a Dave & Buster's at the mall. They got a Margaritaville coming up on the left. They've opened a Legoland and an aquarium called Sea Life. So we've got some new things going on at the mall. There's also a new section of the river that we won't cover on the tour. It's an extra 1.2 miles. It's been added in the last 15 years. It's called the Museum Reach. It opened May 30th of 2009. Now you can still get there by boat, just not one of these boats. You have to take one of our Rio shuttles. If you're not familiar with the Rio shuttles, they look exactly like these boats, except it says shuttle on it. If you're looking to get from place to place on the river and not have somebody tell you about everything, that's the way to do it. You can catch them at any one of our 15 Rio shuttle stops scattered throughout the river. They'll have a blue sign with a number on it. They'll pick you up there, they'll take you through a lot. You'll raise 9 feet, head out to the Pearl Brewery, which is now the Hotel Emma. A lot of different shops and restaurants up there. They do a farmer's market on the weekends. And there's the San Antonio Museum of Art and the VFW. Post 76, the oldest VFW post in Texas, is right there on the river and open to the public. So check out the Museum Reach if you get a chance. The shuttles start at noon every day and they go until 8 o'clock. And just to the left here, over the mall, is the Marriott River Center. It was built in 1988 when the rest of the mall was built. Now the only reason I pointed out is before it was there was another hotel there. It was the Fairmount Hotel, built in 1905. Now in San Antonio, we don't like to tear down any of our old buildings. What they did with the Fairmount, they loaded it up on pneumatic tires, and they moved it 6 city blocks to where it is today on the corner of South Alamo and Nueva. And that move is in the Guinness Book of World Records for being the largest building moved that great of a distance. The record has recently been beaten, but we did set the record back in 1985, and it took 6 days to complete the move. Over 5 years of planning and paperwork. People lined the streets with coolers and lawn chairs. The whole thing was televised. Everybody wanted to see this building go down the street at 0.04 miles an hour. It was a big, exciting time for the city. It's a week before the paint drying festival. Fairmount still exists today. You can go check out the lobby of the hotel. They have all the newspaper clippings there documenting the event. We have a new sculpture over here to the left, just been unveiled in the last 2 years. It's called Stargazer. It's done by an artist named Pedro Reyes from Mexico City. Made almost entirely out of volcanic rock, with the exception of the star in the figure's hand. It's made of carved marble. And over here to the right, you'll see a large bronze statue. And that statue is San Antonio de Padua, or St. Anthony. And St. Anthony was a friar in the 12th century from Portugal. That statue was a gift from Portugal for the hemisphere of 1968. And St. Anthony had a huge role when it came to the naming of this river. When the Spanish explorers first came upon the river, it happened to be June 13th, 1691, which is the feast day of St. Anthony. So they called the river the San Antonio River. Now prior to that, the river was known as Yanaguana, which is a Payaya Indian dialect that means place of peaceful waters. Eyes up to the right here, we'll be through the trees up at street level. We'll see the top of a church steeple. And that's St. Joseph's Catholic Church up there. It was built in 1868. And it was built by German settlers. Back in the 1800s, this whole area was hugely populated by Germans. They wanted to have a church where they could have Mass in their own language. So they built themselves a church. Now, to this day, every last Sunday of the month, they do all the services completely in German. They have a choir that comes in by the name of Liederkranz. They sing all the hymns in German as well. I believe that's going to be in a couple weeks. So if you're yearning for a German sermon, that's the way. Out to the left here, after this last big tree, you'll see the Hilton Palacio del Rio, or Palace on the River. I'll give you a little bit of history behind that hotel up there. So 1968, we had the World's Fair, the Hemisphere thing going on. 7 million people coming to town for it. We didn't have a whole lot of places to put them. That hotel was booked solid 14 months before Hemisphere. Our 500 rooms were completely booked. Now, the big problem with that is there was no hotel there. It was just an empty space. So they needed to get a hotel booked very quickly. What they did is they called on a graduate from Texas A&M University by the name of H.B. Zachary. And how he did it is about 8 miles south of here. He constructed every room, complete with a carpet on the floors, pictures on the walls, soaps in the dishes, towels on the racks, Bibles in the drawers. The beds were made. He loaded those rooms on flatbed trucks, drove into town, hoisted them up by crane, and stacked them one on top of another like Lego blocks. Now, about to come in front of the building here. It's on the left. When we do take a look past the first 4 floors, you'll see that every room after that is identical in dimension. This building is also in the Guinness Book of World Records for being the fastest constructed modular building of its size. They completed the entire project in just 202 working days. And they took weekends off, so it was about 8 months' time when they finished. It was just 3 days before Hemisphere. So really close call. But that does just about take us to the end of the tour. We're almost back where we started. Make sure you take a look around your seats. Make sure you haven't forgotten anything. Oh, we had a great time on the tour. Just so you know, tipping is allowed. It's accepted. It's greatly appreciated by our drivers. Also accept Cash App and Venmo if that's more convenient. There's some stickers on the tip box. Normally I put the tip box on the helm, but it gets a little windy through here and I don't want it shattering again. I'm going to dock the boat here in between these other 2 boats. Give me a second to get everything tied down and secured before you stand up. I'll let you know when it's safe to stand up and exit. If you got your pictures taken before the tour, you should have them here for you to take a look at when you get off the boat. But enjoy the rest of your time here. great day. Thanks for coming out to the San Antonio Riverwalk.
Says you didn't touch it. It's like he knows what he's doing. Look, I haven't even started grabbing stuff. Oh, he's redoing. That guy gets out of his way. The door's open. Yeah, he was having trouble earlier. The wind's messing him up. He's gonna jump off and grab. I see. Okay, who can drive this boat? Just ram us and we'll push us over. Little push, little push. Little push, little push. Here we go, here we go. Ooh. A little bit more.
Wow! It hurt.
Thank you, ma'am. Nah, he's chained it now.